Good YouTube, Quinn Wade. Coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground, of course, on YouTube and exclusively on there forever. And we're going to come to y'all with that instant analysis on this beautiful Thursday night. Washington beat the Pistons 126-117. The Pistons go to 37-13 and 21-6 at home. The Wizards go to 14-36 and 5-19 on the road. The Wizards 34-21. They blew out the Pistons in the first quarter, and it was just hard for the Pistons to get back in the game and actually get a chance to win it. And that's something you don't really see from the Wizards that often, but it happened in this one. Pistons did win the second quarter 31-22, but then they ended up losing the third quarter 39-32, and then the fourth quarter was won by the Pistons 33-31. Justin Champagnie, 15 minutes, 14 points. He went 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He had 7 rebounds, and that ended up being the most on the team. He also had 1 assist, no turnovers, and a block. 4 offensive boards out of the 7. No personal fouls, which is good, and was a plus 16 and plus minus. He scored a good amount of points in a short amount of time, and he did it efficiently. So that's the type of night you want to see from one of your wings. And on top of that, he got a lot of rebounds, too, for his position. Keyshawn George did the same. The difference was he only scored 8 points, but he went 3 of 5 from the field to get it. 1 of 3 from the three-point line. He also went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Had 8 points in 18 minutes. He did have 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a turnover. He had 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and a -1 in plus minus. They didn't really need him to do much to be able to beat the Pistons. And Alexandre Sarr also played 18 minutes, but he had 12 points. He used his speed and quickness sometimes when it was needed to score. And when he wasn't doing that, he was scoring on the perimeter. He went 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. He missed his only free throw. He also had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and a turnover, 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a +2 and plus minus. Carlton Bub Carrington, 22 minutes. He ended up having 12 points. He went 4 of 10 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 4 assists, 1 turnover, and a steal, 1 personal foul, and was a +1 and plus minus. He didn't shoot the ball that bad or that great. His passing was probably better than his scoring in this one, depending on what type of person you are, if you're a high volume person. But other than that, he gave them a little bit of what they needed because Bilal Coulibaly, he only had 11 points in 36 minutes. That ended up being the most on the team. He had 11 points. He went 4 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, and a -1 and plus minus. He had a good game. Could have had a better one. Could have shot the ball a little bit better. Wasn't meant to happen tonight, but it is what it is. Anthony Gill, 30 minutes. He ended up having 11 points. He went 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 3 steals. He ended up having the most steals on the team, and he actually almost fouled out of this game, but he did play a significant amount of minutes, and he was making plays on the ball, and sometimes you get caught for that, and it ended up happening enough in this one. Too aggressive can lead you to undisciplined fouls. He also was a +7 and plus minus. Tristan, he played 11 minutes and still ended up with 14 points. He also went 5 of 7 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 turnovers. He had 1 steal and 2 blocks. The 2 blocks ended up being the most on the team. He also had 4 personal fouls and was a +3 and plus minus. Sharif Cooper had his best game ever, and he played the most minutes to be able to get it. 34 minutes, 18 points. He was 8 of 12 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. He had 3 rebounds and 5 assists. He also had 5 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a -3 in plus minus. Just an efficient, really, really high scoring game from him. But they needed somebody to step up off the bench, and he was one of those guys that you knew you didn't know what you're going to get out of him, but you're proud and happy that you got a lot out of him. good job of just playing his role in this game. And he did make a lot of mistakes, but he's not even used to playing that much in the NBA. So that comes with the territory sometimes. Jameer Watkins, 26 minutes. He ended up being the only person off the bench to not score in double figures because he finished with 6 points. He went 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and a +8 in plus minus. Um, he had a good game. He just had a solid one. Can't really say anything bad or really too negative about it. Plus, it wasn't too great either, but it was good enough for him to come in and contribute the best way he could, and that's what he was able to do in this one. And then Will Riley had the best night scoring-wise for the Wizards. 29 minutes, 20 points. He went 9 of 14 from the field. He took the most shots off the bench with those 14. He also went 2 of 5 from the 3-point line. Missed every free throw, though. He made every other shot besides the free throws. He finished 0 of 3 from the free throw line. He did have 6 rebounds. That was the most off the bench. He also had 5 assists. That was tied for the most off the bench. He also did it without turning the ball over. He had 2 steals, 3 personal fouls, and was a +13 in plus minus. And then you look at the Detroit Pistons. Duncan Robinson, he ended up playing 30 minutes. He had 21 points. He ended up shooting 15 threes and only made 6 of them. He also went 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Still a good amount of points, but he did miss a whole lot too. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, and no turnovers. He had 1 personal foul and was a -7 in plus minus. Isaiah Stewart, 29 minutes, 4 points. He was 1 of 3 from the field. He missed his only 3. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 2 rebounds and 2 turnovers and 2 personal fouls and finished as a -3 in plus minus. Jalen Duren had one of his worst performances, mainly because he didn't take that many shots. He had played 13 minutes. He went and got 4 points. He went 2 of 6 from the field. He had 3 boards. He also had 2 turnovers and a personal foul. It was a -15 in plus minus. Cade did a whole lot of work for them, and it was just not enough to get them in the game to where they could win it. He played the most minutes with those 38 that he played, and he had got 30 points. He went 10 of 21 from the field. He went 0 of 3 from the 3-point line. He did go 10 of 13 from the free throw line, which was good to see him be able to score as much as he could to give this team a chance to still be able to win it, even though they came up short. You got to try. He had 8 rebounds and 8 assists, good numbers from him. He also had 4 turnovers, which ended up being the most on the team, but it ain't a crazy amount. He also had 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a -16 in plus minus. Asura Thompson, 33 minutes, 13 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers. He ended up having 4 steals. That ended up being the most on the team. You know he can do that if he wants to. He's going to try to. 4 fouls can come with that like he got tonight. He also had 2 blocks, and he's good at that too. He also got a -5 in plus minus. Paul Reed, 13 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 1 turnover, 2 offensive boards, 1 personal foul, and a 0 in plus minus. He did a good job of scoring the basketball. He did a good job of finishing, and he only missed 1 shot, not including the free throw, which is always great to see. Wendell Moore Jr., 6 minutes. He had 4 points. He went 1 of 1 from the field and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, no turnovers, no personal foul, and a +9 in plus minus. Ronald Highland, II, he played 25 minutes. That ended up being the most off the bench. He finished with 11 points, though. He went 4 of 9 from the field. He did miss all of his threes, going 0 of 2 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He finished with a double-double because he had 10 boards. He also had 2 assists, no turnovers, and still in the block. 4 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a +3 and plus minus. Did a good job rebounding the basketball in the small amount of minutes that he played. And he was finishing real well in this one, too, and creating contact. Javonte Green, 18 minutes, 8 points. He went 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 3 turnovers, and 3 steals. The 3 steals ended up being the most on the bench. And he also had one offensive rebound, no personal foul, and it was a -2 and plus minus. And then you look at Karis LeVert. He's still on the team. He gave him 16 minutes tonight. He had 7 points. He went 3 of 7 from the field. He ended up going 0 of 2 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He did have 2 rebounds and 3 assists with no turnovers. He also played a little bit of defense out there and had 1 steal and a block, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a -4 and plus minus. Kevin Huerter, 6 minutes, 0 of 2 from the field. He missed every single 3. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, and no turnovers, and a steal, 1 personal foul, and a -7 and plus minus. And then Marcus Sasser, he's been on the team for a minute, and he was able to give them some good scoring, especially from 3, going 2 of 4 from 3 and 3 of 6 from the field for 8 points in 14 minutes. He had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, and a steal, 1 personal foul, and a +2 and plus minus. And then the comparisons, the Pistons shot 88 attempts, 47% from the field. 91 for the Wizards, they shot 54%. And then 41 threes taken by the Wizards, 44%. 33 threes taken by the Pistons, 27%. 18 free throws taken by the Wizards, 56%. And then 33 taken by the Pistons free throw attempts. They shot 79%. 47 rebounds for the Pistons, 39 for the Wizards. 22 assists for the Pistons, 30 for the Wizards. 15 turnovers for the Pistons, 16 for the Wizards. 11 steals for the Pistons, 9 for the Wizards. And then 5 blocks for the Pistons, 6 for the Wizards. 14 offensive rebounds for the Pistons, 11 for the Wizards. And then 33 defensive rebounds for the Pistons, 28 for the Wizards. And then 17 personal fouls for the Pistons, and then 26 for the Wizards. And like I said, the Pistons, they lived and thrived off getting to the free throw line, and they made a good amount of them. And on top of that, they did a good job of finishing and rebounding the basketball. But even with all those things that they did right, they ended up coming up short and ended up getting defeated by a Wizards team that probably thought they just go out there and have fun and see what can happen. They beat one of the best teams in the league, so it's a good thing to do, especially when you're trying to build up confidence and you're trying to see what you can do out there on the basketball, since they got a lot of players still developing and still trying to learn their game and find their game. It don't matter tonight, they got it done. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Don't forget, y'all need to stay blessed up and stay good. And all I can say is peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.